Hi everybody, welcome back to Shane's Book Nook. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is where I do book reviews and book box unopenings. So if you're into that, please click the like and subscribe button. So today I'm going to be doing a series that I actually read online. I found it first through the Good Novel app, one of those pay per chapter thingies. But then I found the whole collection posted on findnovel.net. So the first book we have is The Broken Warrior's Daughter. Now the author goes by Cooper. No first name, no last name, only goes by Cooper. And this is my kitty. Her name is Raven. I love her. But the story is about Kara Nelson. She is the daughter of two guardians, Lily and Clint. Now, she is raised by Clint, her dad, because her mom dies when she's a young girl. I think maybe about 5 or 6 years old. Her mom dies in a battle. Now, they are werewolves. So, Kara has been training her entire life with her dad to be a guardian to the next alpha of the pack. Well, lo and behold, not only is she a guardian to this alpha, but she is his mate as well. So they have to overcome her dislike of him because the entire time that she has known him, she thought that he had no idea who her family was and the sacrifice that her family went through for his family, because her mom died protecting him and his mom. So once a week, him and his mom will go see her mom's grave, and the alpha of the pack, his dad, will go and have dinner with her dad. So they try and overcome their differences and accept the mate bond and become one with each other. But that's not all they have to worry about. And their story kind of continues in book 2, which is Alpha's Guardian Angel. So in Alpha's Guardian Angel, this focuses on, I don't want to say rival pack because they do become allies, but this story focuses on Liam, who was competing for Kara's attention to make her his mate because he didn't find his yet. So this story is all about Liam and him finding his mate and realizing that he couldn't find her because she was kidnapped and held hostage for several years by vampires. Hi, Mama. So I don't say he rescues her, but she ends up at his pack, realizes she's his mate, and does anything he can to get her to fall for him, waits until her birthday because she's only 17 when he arrives, and they don't feel the mate bond until they are 18. So he's protecting her, keeping her close, kind of like wooing her, getting her to trust him. So when she turns 18, she recognizes him as her mate and accepts the mate bond. And that's when they realize that her name is Angel, hence Alpha's Guardian Angel. That's when they realize that Kara's mom's wolf guardian spirit is an angel. So Kara's wolf, Artemis, recognizes Angel's wolf as her mother. However, Angel is a good few years younger than Kara. I can't remember how many years. So they find one another and they slowly build a relationship between the two of them. And then that leads us to our next book, The Band Beta's Saving Grace. So this is around, fudge, what's his name? I can't remember their names. I really can't. It's been a while since I read these books, and I was just trying to figure out if I was going to do a review for these or not, because they're not published books. You know what I mean? Like, they're published but not published. But anyway, so what this book is about is he is the son of a beta in another pack. And he was kicked out when he was just a kid, and he was slowly being raised by Liam's mom. Well, when Liam was about 10, his mom was killed, and they found this beta near her dead body. So they thought that this child, because he was a child at the time, killed their Luna, which is the Alpha's wife, mate. But then they found out that they were wrong, and she was killed by somebody else. And his mate ran away because she didn't get her wolf until she was 18. So her dad was abusing her mother and slowly turning cold towards her because she was not getting her wolf, and her mother was no longer, like, her mother wasn't getting pregnant anymore by her dad. So they ran away after, I think, 3 years, because they get their wolves when they're 10. So once her 10th birthday came around and she didn't have her wolf, their relationship with her dad slowly went downhill majorly. So I think it was her 13th or 14th birthday, her mom packed her up and they fled the pack. And they just kept running until they found a safe haven in a small town north in the northern states. And I can't remember her name either, unfortunately. But she got Kara's dad's guardian spirit. So when Clint died, his guardian spirit went to this person. And I'm really sorry that I can't remember their names in this book. I know I should, and I know the one starts with an E. I know the guy's name starts with an E. But I, for the love of me, cannot remember what it is. So, when I find out, I'll look it up after this, and when I find out what it is, I will post it in the comments. Or in the description, one of the two. So they eventually find out that she's a guardian, and she recognizes him as her mate after her 18th birthday. So they find out that there is a group of hunters that are coming for the packs. So he races the male wolf. I'm just going to call him E because I know his name starts with an E. That's all I remember. His name starts with an E. So E runs to Liam's pack, warns him of the incoming danger, and runs back to where his mate is hiding out. And when he gets back, it's after her 18th birthday, and she recognizes him as her mate. However, she does not accept it right away. She gets a chance to get to know him, figure everything out, and then when it's safe, he takes her down to Liam's pack, introduces her to Angel, and eventually those two meet up with Kara, and now all 3 guardians are together, and they are unstoppable. They are super powerful, and it's what the moon goddess Selene has always wanted. She has always wanted the guardians to be this powerful force, and because they were usually forced into mate bonds with the alphas, they never experienced this power. But because these 3 were accepted by their fated mates, everything is going according to plan. So these three are an unstoppable force, and they all continue to have the next group of guardians. They all have a couple of kids, Liam and Angel having the most, but they all have guardian gifts, which is exactly what the Moon Goddess wanted. So at the end of their book, at the end of their series, everything is okay, and they know that as guardians, if anything ever comes to the Pax, the three are there to save everybody. So that brings me to the last book. For the Love of a Guardian. This is Clint and Lily's story. I loved it. I loved getting to know Cara Nelson's parents. I was so happy to get a background story on Lily and Clint and how she rejected him at first and wanted anything to do with him, thought he was a player of all sorts and wanted nothing to do with her. Or him. Lily didn't want anything to do with Clint. So then when she realized he's her mate and they're both guardians, things started to change. She accepted the bond, they trained together, and basically this is just a story of their life together, having Cara, going through pregnancy and everything, and then it's told from Lily's perspective after she dies. And that's everything that happens to Cara as she's growing up, finds her mate, and everything just works out for them all. And it's an amazing story. It's wonderful. I really enjoyed it. I literally went through all three of these books in, I think, a week and a half. That's 4 books that I was reading online on my laptop in a week and a half while working. So, even though they're not your typical, oh, I can carry it in my hand, paperback, hardcover book, or get it on Kindle, they were a good series, and I'm very glad that I read them. So, definitely give them a chance, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!